This is a story that originated in Yamanashi Prefecture, Japan. Once upon a time, there was an old man and an old woman. The old man would always work in his field, while a mischievous raccoon dog would come out from the mountain behind and cause havoc. The raccoon dog would destroy the carefully cultivated crops and throw rocks and clumps of dirt at the old man from behind. When the old man got angry and chased after it, the raccoon dog would quickly escape. It would come back after a while and continue its mischief. The old man was at his wit's end, so he decided to set a trap. One day, the raccoon dog finally got caught in the trap. The old man jumped for joy and exclaimed, "Ah, this is great. I finally caught you." He tied up the raccoon dog's 4 legs and took it home. He hung it from the ceiling beam and left a message for the old woman, saying, "Keep watch so it doesn't escape. Prepare raccoon dog soup by the time I return in the evening." With the raccoon dog hanging and restrained, the old woman took out a mortar and started pounding grains of wheat. As she was getting tired and wiping off sweat, the raccoon dog, who had been quietly hanging, called out from above. "Hello, old woman. If you're tired, let me help you a little. In return, please untie this rope for me. Why would I accept help from the likes of you? If I untie the rope, you'll escape right away instead of helping." "No way. No, now that I'm already caught. Would I really run away? Well, just try lowering me and see." The raccoon dog persistently and earnestly pleaded, so the old woman naively believed its words and untied the rope. As soon as she did, the raccoon dog rubbed its tied-up legs and said, "Now, let me help you." It took the old woman's pestle and suddenly struck her on the head, causing her to collapse. In the evening, the old man, who knew nothing of what had happened, returned home happily, thinking he could enjoy raccoon dog soup. But he was surprised and disappointed when he found the old woman lying unconscious. He held her and cried bitterly. Suddenly, a rabbit, hearing the loud cries, came over with a concerned expression. Old man, what's wrong?" The white rabbit from the nearby mountain also entered the scene. "Oh, rabbit, you've come at a good time. Let me tell you what happened. It was a terrible ordeal," the old man said, explaining everything in detail. The rabbit felt sorry for him and said, "Well, that was quite an ordeal indeed. But I will surely take care of the culprit. Please don't worry." The old man shed tears of joy and said, "Oh, please, I beg you. I am so frustrated and helpless. Don't worry. Tomorrow, I will lure the raccoon dog out and make it suffer. Just wait for a while," the rabbit said and left. Now, since the raccoon had run away from the old man's house, it was scared of something and kept hiding only in the hole without going anywhere else. Then one day, the rabbit, with a sickle in his waist, deliberately went near the hole where the raccoon was hiding and started cutting grass with the sickle. While cutting the grass, the rabbit took out some chestnuts from his bag and ate them crunchily. Hearing that sound, the raccoon came out of the hole. Mr. Rabbit, what delicious thing are you eating?" "Chestnuts. Could you give me some?" "I'll give you some if you carry this bundle of grass to the mountain on the other side." Since the raccoon wanted the chestnuts, it reluctantly shouldered the grass and walked ahead. When it reached the mountain on the other side, the raccoon turned back. Mr. Rabbit, could you give me the chestnuts?" "Oh, I'll give you some after you go to the next mountain." Helplessly, the raccoon marched ahead once again. When it reached the next mountain, the raccoon turned back again. Mr. Rabbit, could you give me the chestnuts?" "Oh, I'll give you some, but this time go to the mountain beyond." "I promise I'll give them then." Helplessly, the raccoon walked ahead again, determined to reach the mountain on the other side quickly without looking back. In the meantime, the rabbit took out a flint from his pocket and struck it, making a fire. The raccoon found it strange and asked, Mr. Rabbit, what is that Kachi-Kachi sound?" "This mountain is called Kachi-Kachi Mountain." "Oh, I see." Saying that, the raccoon resumed walking. Eventually, the fire set by the rabbit caught onto the grass on the raccoon's back, and it started burning. Perplexed, the raccoon asked, Mr. Rabbit, what is that bo-bo sound?" "The mountain on the other side is called Bo-Bo Mountain." "Oh, I see." As the raccoon was uttering those words, the fire spread rapidly across its back. Shouting, it's hot, please help me," the raccoon ran madly, and the mountain wind blew from behind, making the fire even bigger. The raccoon cried loudly in pain, rolling around, and finally managed to shake off the burning grass and escape into the hole. The rabbit, deliberately shouting in a loud voice, said, "Oh no, it's terrible, there's a fire," as he left. The next day, The rabbit prepared a medicine by grinding chili peppers and came to visit the raccoon. The raccoon had burns all over its back and was rolling inside the pitch-black hole. Mr. Raccoon. You really had a terrible experience yesterday. Oh, yes, I had a terrible experience. How can I heal these severe burns? Well, you see, because I feel really sorry for you. I brought the best medicine for burns. Let me apply it. That's kind of you. Please apply it right away. Saying that, the raccoon exposed its red and blistered back, and the rabbit smeared the chili pepper paste all over without hesitation. As a result, the back became intensely hot again, and the raccoon exclaimed, "Ouch, it hurts," while rolling inside the hole. The rabbit, watching this scene with a grin, said, "Don't worry, Mr. Raccoon, the stinging sensation is only temporary. It'll heal soon, so please endure it for a little while." Saying that, the rabbit left with a smile. It had been 4 or 5 days since then. One day, the rabbit was muttering to himself, "What should I do with that raccoon? This time, I should take him to the sea and give him a hard time." Just as he was saying that, the raccoon suddenly appeared and asked, "Oh my, Mr. Rabbit, have your burns healed already?" "Oh, thanks to your help, I'm much better now." "That's good to hear. Shall we go somewhere again?" "No, I'm tired of the mountains." "In that case, let's forget about the mountains and go to the sea. You can catch fish there." "I see, the sea sounds interesting." So the rabbit and the raccoon set off for the sea together. The rabbit made a wooden boat and the raccoon, envious, imitated him and made a boat out of mud. When the boats were finished, the rabbit got on the wooden boat and the raccoon got on the mud boat. They rowed their boats separately and headed out to sea. "What nice weather. What a beautiful view," they commented while gazing at the sea with curiosity. But the rabbit said, "There are no fish around here yet. Let's row further out to sea. Let's have a race to see who's faster." The raccoon agreed, saying, "All right, that sounds interesting." So they counted, 1, 2, 3, and started rowing. The rabbit slapped the boat's oars and said, "See, the wooden boat is light and fast." The raccoon, not wanting to lose, pounded the mudboat's oars and said, "Oh no. The mudboat is heavy but sturdy." Gradually, water started seeping in and the mudboat began to crumble. "Oh no, the boat is breaking," the raccoon exclaimed in surprise, causing a commotion. "Oh, it's sinking, it's sinking. Help me." The rabbit watched the raccoon's panic with an amused look and said, "This is what you get for deceiving the old woman and making the old man sad." Hearing this, the raccoon pleaded with the rabbit for help, promising not to do such things again. But soon enough, the boat completely fell apart and the raccoon sank into the water.